Kids have more opportunities than ever before to connect, so why do they sometimes often feel so disconnected? Well, it could be because many of us are watching more than we are engaging. But an area summer camp aims to turn that around by immersing children in nature. Joining us now from Camp Kawnipi is director and founder Sherry O'Keefe, along with Sarah Sheldon. Ladies, thank you for being here.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, well, it's time, right? It's approaching summer camp season. We definitely need to be thinking about that for our little ones. But before we get to Camp Kawnipi, I want to learn a little bit more about you. We'll start with you, Sherry. How did you get involved in this?
Well, I grew up in the Quad Cities. I was a Girl Scout. But Camp Kawnipi really is the home of Timbernook programming, and it was really formed in 1988 after my husband and I bought 10 acres of property.
Okay.
You know, the interesting thing is I knew that it had potential, although I had no idea what that potential was at the time. And I was completely unknown and unrealized. And it was named after a lake in Ontario, Canada, which is adjacent to the Boundary Waters.
Very cool.
And the indigenous name, Kawnipi, speaks to my soul and connects me to the world of nature that I love, which I would like to pass on.
Oh, that's wonderful. I love the way that you explained that. That's great. You found this beautiful piece of land and you're just trying to pass it along to other people.
Absolutely.
So Sarah, what about you? Why did you want to get involved?
A little bit the same as Sherry. Yeah. I grew up in the outdoors. I grew up in Orion, Illinois.
Nice.
And so when I found Sherry in Camp Kawnipi in Bluegrass, Iowa, it was amazing. 10 acres of land that Sherry and specifically her husband Mike have actually restored. 5 acres is native Iowa prairie. Yeah, with locally gathered and dispersed seeds, and they also planted saplings too. So it felt like home when I got there, like the home, the land that I played on as a kid as well.
Oh, it's wonderful hearing from both of you because you're clearly very passionate about this. We're seeing those beautiful photos of those kids just having an amazing time. So Sherry, tell us a little bit more. You mentioned it, the Timbernook programming, and that's kind of what makes Camp Kawnipi and its programming so unique.
It makes it extremely unique.
Okay.
Timbernook at Camp Kawnipi is quite different from most programming that's offered to kids today.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, I'm the only Timbernook provider for all of Scott, Muscatine, and Rock Island counties.
Wow.
And we offer ample time for kids to play, explore natural surroundings, create, to build, to imagine, to dive deeply into child-directed play.
Okay.
That's the key there.
Yeah.
I discovered my passion was to provide opportunities for children to experience play the way I did, which I called the old-fashioned way.
Yeah.
And I'm now really ecstatic to be able to offer similar activities and similar opportunities for kids to play without having a lot of adult intervention. It was founded by an occupational therapist, Angela Hanscombe, in New Hampshire, and she really founded it as a response to what she saw as the negative effects of very highly structured and overly committed children.
Absolutely, and you brought some of these books with you here today, which are on the table. I know the camera, the director has been showing some of them, and maybe you've read some of them, The Anxious Generation, just different things that I think we're hearing, especially if you are a grandparent or a parent. The way that the world is, the way technology is, sure, it's great, but we're missing out on that old-fashioned way of just getting out there and playing and being creative. And so I can understand that that's kind of the foundation of what you're doing here, and who wouldn't be on board with that. You also kind of brought some examples of what kiddos might be playing with and finding out on your property, and I love that you brought this because they can get super creative with just these items here. Is that something, Sarah, that you've noticed?
Yeah, so that's the goal and the aim of Camp Kawnipi and the Timbernook Way, is we want to bring play back to the children. We want the space to be child-driven, child-focused, where the adults step back and allow children the opportunity to find those pine cones and make a mud kitchen recipe, or find that cardboard box and make it a helmet or whatever in between. So the children are finding power in their own learning adventures through play.
Right?
Through their imaginations.
Okay. So Sherry, roughly what age groups can, as a parent, for like, this sounds great, what age groups do you?
We offer programming for children from 18 months.
Oh, wow.
To 14.
That's great.
We have a child-adult program that I'm offering this summer for 2 weeks.
Okay.
Sarah will talk about some options for this fall, which we're very excited about. And we also offer 2 day camps this summer, one for children from 5 to 9, and one for children from 9 to 14.
Perfect. Wonderful. Okay, and you said there's some fall programming as well. We love to hear that.
Yeah, so it's not going to be just summer camp. We're going to offer a fall day camp or a school.
Like a wraparound.
A wraparound, thank you.
No, I love that because, you know, it's something that the kids can do after school instead of just getting right on the iPad, right?
Yeah, but we're actually going to offer it during the day. So it'll be an opportunity, a cooperative that's play-based in the forest where adults actually are asked to step back and tune in to their child's learning. And then the children, again, are just able to navigate their own play, make their own choices, have experiential learning opportunities for themselves. We're focusing on ages 2 to 5 for this school program.
It's kind of like a pre-K. That's wonderful.
Although we're not really focusing on school, we're really focusing on nature day camp.
That's wonderful. Yeah, it's just something to do and get them out there and learning in a different way. Using their brains in a different way. Okay, Sherry, so if we want to register, we want to sign up, we want to learn more, what are the ways that we can do that?
You can go to the Timbernook website. And after you go to the Timbernook website, you'd need to go ahead and search for locations. Then you could find Iowa, then you can find Timbernook Greater Quad Cities, and then you can explore programs, and then you can register. You also can go to our Facebook page, which is Camp Kawnipi.
You'll find a direct link.
And there should be direct links. I'm not positive if that's up there yet.
I was on your Camp Kawnipi website today, and they also make it really easy on there. There's a big button at the bottom that says sign up. And so, yeah, there's different ways that you can learn more and find them. But thank you so much for joining us on the show today and just telling us all about this great place in Bluegrass.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Yes, thank you so much.